Hi there again everyone, Josie here from Life at 50 and Beyond. Thanks for joining me here on my channel. Today I have two Dollar Tree DIYs for you. Yes, two purely Dollar Tree DIYs, and I am going to be using them for my craft room organization. Now, whenever I make my organizers, they are multi-purpose or multifunctional. So you will see me reusing one and revamping it. And also you can use this not just for craft room, but for your makeups. Now, speaking of revamping, the first one, I am going to be utilizing this item here that I have created back in December, late December, and I created this one as a buffet caddy organizer for our utensils. Since I am not using this often and we rarely host big parties, I figured I can use this for my craft room since I am organizing my loft slash home office slash YouTube room slash craft room. And one of these days, once I'm done, when everything is all ready, I will be showing you a video tour of this space. But for the meantime, I'm preparing some of the organizers to use in this room. So what I'm going to be doing is I am just going to revamp this. I am not even going to dismantle them. I am just going to add something on top so that I can use this to organize my paint bottles as well as my paint brushes and some of my coloring pencils. Now, I am going to be using the silver round napkin rings that you can buy from the Dollar Tree. They're at the party section of the Dollar Tree, and you will see them hanging on their wall organizers. Now, anyway, I figured if I'm going to be organizing my acrylic bottles or acrylic paint bottles, this one is perfect because they fit perfectly inside. So I only needed around 12 plus perhaps 4 of this because they come in 6 in a pack for $1. So I'm using 12 plus 4, so around 16 pieces of this silver round napkin rings. So I'm just placing them here and testing them out, and then I am going to be using hot glue to attach them onto this aluminum or silver plated tray. Now you can use E6000 or Gorilla Glue or Super Glue, anything that's more permanent. But so far for all my projects, I have been using hot glue only for most of the projects that I have, unless I have to hang them and I need them for stability. But this one, it will last for me. So after assessing my placements, I've applied some glue underneath the rim and placed them on my tray using my hot glue. Since I want to make my craft organizer a rotating or revolving one, I am going to be using this Lazy Susan that I got from the Dollar Tree as well. Now I'm going to be using this contact paper that I also got from the Dollar Tree. And you don't have to do this. This is something that's optional. But if you want it rotating, you can use this. Or if you cannot find this Lazy Susan from the Dollar Tree, then you can put 2 pans together. And that's an idea by Alejandra.tv, where she created a Lazy Susan using 2 of the 8-inch baking pan that the Dollar Tree sells, and in between the 2 pans she placed some marbles. So you can do that as well. So here I am just measuring how much material or contact paper I'm going to be using to cover my Lazy Susan. And the reason why I want to cover it so that it kind of coordinates better rather than using just the plain white Lazy Susan, I'm using this contact paper because it has gray in it and it will work better with the stainless steel or silver finish of the caddy. So I'm just cutting this circle, and if you've noticed, I have given it at least an inch or an inch and a half allowance so that I will be able to fold it. Now you can mark your pencil underneath or the back side, but I just decided to use it on top. Doesn't really matter because it's not going to show up, because I am going to be folding the flap or the allowance that I have given there to be on the underside of the Lazy Susan. So I'm just peeling the backing of this contact paper, and then I am going to be attaching it or placing it. So this is how I do it. I kind of do it upside down, and you may be doing it on a different direction, but I kind of do it upside down so I could see how much allowance I'm giving around the perimeter of the Lazy Susan. But feel free to do however you want to. It's just more comfortable for me to do it this way. If you want to do it upside down or right side up, that's fine too. And as you can see, I flip it over because I want to use my fingers to kind of flatten that surface there, because there is an indentation on the frame of this Lazy Susan. So I'm just kind of rubbing my finger there and pulling it and making sure that I remove the air bubbles as well. So I'm just carefully folding the flaps or the extra that I put in, so that, and then cut or trim it to size. A little crumbly here, but I think we got it. Okay. So here's how it looks like with all my coloring tools. As you can see here on top, these are my acrylic paints. These are the bottled ones that you get for $1.50 or $2 from Michael's. I only have a few. I am not a huge painter or paint collector yet. I will probably be growing my collection, but in the meantime, this will work. And if ever I need to add more colors or paint, I can just add more trays on top. So this organizer fits perfectly the acrylic bottles. So inside each stainless steel baskets, I have placed some of my paint brushes, my color wrap crayons, my pens, my coloring pens, and some rulers and pencils. Later on, I'm going to be adding my paint brushes or sponge brushes and fill this up because there's still more space. Now for the second organizer, I'll be using this cabinet shelf, and unfortunately one of the rubber feet is missing, so I'm just removing all the other three rubber feet. And it's okay because I am going to be attaching it here. If you've seen my other video where I used the same cabinet shelf and I placed some acrylic trays and I made them as my shelf organizer for my canned goods, and I'm going to be linking it up here, but I'm going to be using the same method. However, I am going to be using these acrylic pans or trays that have 3 compartments. And as you can see, I'm just applying my hot glue again. I'm putting a dab there, a little bit of a generous dab there, because I am going to be putting those bare legs or feet of the cabinet shelf, and that I have kind of like manipulated and adjusted so that they fit snugly. So as you can see, this is a simple project again. The hot glue will just provide stability there. And again, if you want to use another type of adhesive that is more permanent or a stronger bond like E6000, Gorilla Glue, or Super Glue, you can use those, but right now I'm just using my hot glue. And then I am going to be putting this on top and then just making sure that they are all aligned. And I'm just making sure that they lined up the bottom and the top, and then I'm applying the hot glue. So here's the finished two-tier acrylic shelf, and I'm using this for my stamp ink pad. And I have only this much actually in my collection because I have just started using stamps. And at the bottom I have the wooden rubber stamps, and I will show you in my next series of videos how I'm going to be organizing my clear cling stamps. But right now this is just a container or organizer for my wooden blocks. So anyway, let me just show you here. These are mostly the ones that I purchased from Michael's, Target, Dollar Spot, and I think there's one that I have from Dollar Tree as well. But look at this. I have different compartments, and I can see clearly the designs of the stamps that I want to use. And it's easier for me because before I created this organizer, I just placed them inside a drawer, and they were still in plastic a year later. And that's how I am. I am more visual. I don't know about you, but I have to see the things that I own in order for me to get inspired and in order for me to use them. If I don't see them, I'll forget all about them. So that's why I am taking a while in organizing my craft room right now, is because I am completely changing the way I'm organizing things. If you've seen the series of organization that I have created, they're mostly for somebody who's like me, who's more visual. I don't like hiding things even in pretty boxes or drawers or containers because I will forget them. So yeah, so I will be unveiling my craft room slash home office slash YouTube room one of these days once I'm done. I still have quite a few things to do, but let me just show you my ink pad collection here. Yeah, like I said, it's just small, but I can see them. I can see the colors that I need to use. Now, if I need to add more to this collection, then I can add another cabinet shelf and then put more acrylic trays on top. So this setup is only $3 to start with. And then if you need more, then you just add a couple of dollars each time you add a shelf. And to me, that is still much cheaper than a lot of the organizers that you can buy out there that are readily available commercially. And to be honest, I am really liking this. I'm probably going to add a couple more or 3 more tiers here so that we'll have room for both. 2 of them side by side so you can see. And I can add more items because this is still just kind of empty, so I can add more. So for this revolving one, I am using this for my coloring pencils. These are my assorted brushes and more brushes and sponges there. Got some rulers here, and then I have my watercolor here, some more color wrap crayons so that I can peel, and there's a pencil here when I need one. And these are also different colors. I got this from Target, Dollar Spot, and these are all my coloring pencils, and I can add more. So I can either rotate this or keep this steady, and I could still reach the ones at the back. So that's why the Lazy Susan is really just optional. Yeah. And like I said, do vertical if you need to add more. If my colors are gonna be increasing in numbers, if my collection of acrylic paint will grow in numbers, I can just add a center riser. I can go to the Dollar Tree and get one of those votive glass, stems. Come in 3 sizes. I will use the ones with the narrow tall stem, and then just add one more of this, and then add more rings as they grow. So I'll go vertical as high as I can reach. Now I think with this I can get inspired doing some more of my color crafting that includes stamping as well as acrylic and watercolor painting. So I hope you enjoyed this short video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Please share with your friends who are into crafting, And even if not into crafting, if you think that you can use this in your makeup room, I know a lot of you gals there have your own vanity or beauty room. You can use this as well if you want to keep your makeup palettes here, you know, top and bottom. You can also put your eyebrow palettes and blush on palettes there. And yeah, and this one you can put your eyebrow pencils, your mascara pens, your makeup brushes, and anything that you are trying to reach for your makeup. Then here would be either your lipsticks or your nail polishes. Again, this is multifunctional. You can use this anywhere in your house that you think you can incorporate them in your organization. Could be your home office organizer for this with your pens and stuff. So I hope you get inspired again, folks. This is Josie again from Life at 50 and Beyond, thanking you for joining me here on my channel. Please click subscribe, like, and comment down below. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.